Hi everybody, Ty Lord here with a long overdue pickups video. It's been a few months since I've done one of these. Haven't really lost interest, but I've been on day shift and my schedule's been funny since I've been on day shift. I'm really enjoying it and I'm getting a lot of sleep. I'm getting more time with my family, but a lot less free time to myself, just like alone time. So I haven't been playing a lot of video games or watching movies or hunting for games and movies, just a little bit on the weekends. But I've acquired some stuff over the past few months, some video games and movies to share. I also have a package from my good friend Retro T-Barone. I think he picked this stuff up for me at one of his swap meet adventures. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description. I'm sure you're already familiar with LT Barone, but I'll start off with the package he sent me during one of his live flea market streams. He came upon his repro guy. There is a repro man vendor at the flea market with all kinds of excellent repros. Oh, this isn't even a repro. We got this from a the repro guy hasn't been there in a few weeks. He got this at a vendor there, a Japanese Super Famicom cart of a game I really like, and that is Fatal Fury 2 for Super Famicom. Have it on Super Nintendo. I have every Fatal Fury on Super Nintendo, and I think I have every Super Famicom Fatal Fury. I have 1 and Special, now I have 2. So I'll probably give this a little bit of a play, see what the differences are between this and the American version. A really great port of the Neo Geo fighting game, one of my favorite fighting games. Oh, and then he must have picked this up from the Retro Games Plus, or it's Little Shinobi show. It looks like an expo he went to. It's got the new Shinobi tag on there. Oh, look at this Sega band. Oh yeah, it's got a Shinobi band on it too. I was watching a few people play this. Looks fantastic. I'm more of a Ninja Gaiden guy, but Shinobi is the business too. Big Sega fan. I know Sega's having new entries to some of their classic series, and Shinobi was one of them. I'm really looking forward to the new Streets of Rage and Golden Axe, if those are still happening. What else did he give me? Oh, he always sending me the VHS trash. This is one I would probably like. I haven't watched it yet. I'm sorry, I don't have a lot of movies to talk about that I've watched, unfortunately. But we got with Don Johnson and Rebecca De Mornay, Guilty as Sin, a sexy thriller. It must be from the 90s. Isn't it crazy how a lot of these movies don't have the year on them? You have, like, they're ashamed of when they were released. It's got to be mid-90s, I'd say. But I haven't given that a watch yet. But hopefully I'll get back to you on that one. And here's this really cool little synopsis of one of my favorite movies, Walt Disney's Robin Hood. Looks like he got this synopsis. I don't know if this is back from the 70s or what this is. Released through UK film distributors. I remember he picked this up at a flea market. This is freaking great. It has the synopsis of Disney's Robin Hood with some little black and white stills of the movie. Yeah, it's got a synopsis that tells you the runtime and a little promotional paragraphs or a few paragraphs there about it. Excellent to have this. I'm going to cherish this and keep it safe. One of my favorite movies. I took my family to watch it a couple months ago at the old theater downtown, and they didn't like it, or my girls didn't like it as much as I think they should. They do enjoy it, but I was hoping they'd like it more. Okay, I guess I'll get to, before I get to my VHS trash and DVDs, I guess I'll just start off with the video games. so then you can leave when I'm done with the video games. Here's one that I got a couple months ago. I don't remember if I shared it or not, but it's one I'd been looking for, Final Fight 1 on Game Boy Advance. And man, this game, I don't know if I just couldn't see it well because I didn't have good lighting. I have the original Game Boy Advance, so I don't have a backlight, so it was kind of hard to see when I was playing, but I was getting frustrated playing this, and I was very angry. After I'd spent all that time mastering the Super Nintendo version, I go, this thing is going to be a cakewalk. No, I was getting killed on it. I got to the last stage and I couldn't beat it, and I got pissed, and I haven't played a game since. I think this has turned me off to video games. But I'll probably get back to it when I have better lighting. But Final Fight 1. And I'm not sure if there's a multiplayer option if you have 2 of these and a connector. But it looks really good. It has little cutscenes added and all that. Very cute. Okay, so at work I get these little bonus points like for doing nice things. And I get credits, and I can use them on this Amazon app through my work. And I usually just get gift cards for Buffalo Wild Wings for my wife and I, or Chili's or something. We can go out on a date. But this time I was looking through and I saw a video game in there for 25 bucks. And I go, this can't be real. It's got to be a repro. But Conker's Bad Fur Day. I've been wanting to play through this. And I don't care if it's a repro or not. I took it apart. It is a repro. Obviously you can kind of tell just from the texture of it and the way the label looks. But it's a clean repro here. But I was hoping I'd get lucky and get Conker's for 25 bucks of my points. But anyway, I wanted the game anyway, so I'm glad to have a repro of it to play now. This is one I've been wanting to play through for a while. I haven't played it since I was younger. My little brother played through it when he was a kid, and I don't know if he should have been playing that, but he's the one that played. He's better at these type of games than I am. But cool to have this in my Nintendo 64 collection. I don't really care whether or not it's a repro or not. I'm kind of over collecting like legit things. I don't mind having repros. I have a nice repro of Final Fight 3. I guess I could just get the what is it called, the little SD card thing that goes in the cartridge, ever play or whatever they're called. I guess that would be the way to go. I just like having little collectible cartridges, even if they're fake, and they seem to work perfectly. Anyway, so here's something else I got from the Laughing Crow. This is Fatal Fury 1. So Fatal Fury 1, I had Fatal Fury 2 you saw, and I already had Fatal Fury Special. So yeah, of course now I have all of the Fatal Furies on Super Famicom. I'll see what the differences are. This has really good graphics, but they took away the two lanes of fighting for the Super Nintendo version, and I was okay with that because I never cared for the 2 lanes of fighting on Fatal Fury. I didn't embrace it until recently. The only way I could no death run it on the hardest setting was taking advantage of some exploits with the lane changes. So now I like the lane changes, but before I didn't care about them. So this just plays pretty much like Street Fighter with just 1 lane, which is cool. Not quite as good as the Neo Geo port, and kind of better than the Genesis port in some ways, but worse in others. Genesis port has the multi-lanes anyway, but got that at the Laughing Crow. And then this one I got Final Fantasy VI. So I've been wanting to play this game for years, but I was thinking about just playing it on my SNES Mini, the classic. But you know that cord is so short, and I would like to play it on a CRT. So I was playing this, but of course I don't know Japanese, so I was thinking my little Google Translate, if that's too much of a chore, if I should do that or not. I would just waste too much resources from my phone doing that, but it might be a fun little challenge to play through Final Fantasy VI with a translator. I don't know. You think that would ruin my experience? I might just get a repro. I think you can get a copy for about 80 bucks, which is way more than I want to spend on a game. But anyways, I thought for $5, maybe we'll see what's going on. Rasputin's, I found the Italian Job for no manual in there, but I got the Italian Job for PlayStation 1. Haven't popped that one in yet. 50 cents, can't beat that. I found Dune 2000 for PC. I don't even know if I can play this, if there's a code. I don't know anything about this. Westwood Online. So I don't know if I need a key code for that or not. There's not one in there. Oh well. I'm a fan of the David Lynch movie and a fan of the book. I like the new movies too, but I've never played any of the games. I know they're strategy, like resource building strategy war games. I kind of want to get the one on Sega CD. It looks really cool. And okay, speaking of Final Fantasies, check out what I found at Rasputin's for about $5. Final Fantasy Tactics. Loose, of course, but I was just asking my friends if I should. It looks like it's got a little scratch on it. I was asking my friends if I should play it or give it away or sell it. They said I should play it. I'm not really into those strategy or like Shining Force or those type of games. I've never really played them, so I don't know if I would like them or not. Ooh. Okay, I found a NASCAR Thunder for 50 cents. I don't even know if it's even worth that. 2003 from EA. And then if anyone wants this, let me know. I found it for 50 cents. BioShock 2, really good game for PS3. It takes a long time to install this thing for some reason, but really good game, really good follow-up to BioShock. Really solid story-driven first-person shooter, sci-fi. Speaking of Dune, check out, I found the Dune soundtrack by Toto. At Rasputin's. I thought I would get that to listen to in my car. Another one I found, Streets of Fire soundtrack. Very cool to find that for $3. Here's one I was putting off buying it, but I would have been jealous if someone bought this. I paid $26 for this. I don't know. I don't think it's much more than that on eBay. But man, this is sealed, and I just would. If I had let this go and someone else got it, I would have been jealous. I got one of my favorite games, one of my favorite soundtracks, Silent Hill 2 soundtrack, and it's sealed. A lot of these tracks I really love. Akira Yamaoka, how do you say his name? Theme of Laura is such a banger. Yeah, there's so many of these. They're so good. There's 30 tracks on here from the game. Heaven's Night, I like that one. The one after Mary Gets Killed, what is that one called? Magadelani. Yeah, very cool. And so I had to get that. Okay, done with the movies. We'll move on to DVD trash, and then it's all just VHS trash from then on out. Here's one I've been wanting to get. I've been wanting to watch this. It was a recommendation from LT Barone from the Retroway podcast, one show with Bill Sturr and Tiburon. They were talking about favorite comedies, I believe. It was either comedies or underrated gems. This movie here, I'm going to peel the price tag off. With Bill Murray, The Man Who Knew Too Little. Not to be confused with The Man Who Knew Too Much, the Alfred Hitchcock movie. There was a couple of Alfred Hitchcock movies called that. But this is a comedy, spy movie, I believe. And I've been putting off watching this. But got that one. I've been looking for this one. I can't ever find Pam Grier movies anywhere. I think they're probably all on Tubi. Like she stars in 5 or 7 really good. Like she's the star of the I guess you would call them blaxploitation 70s movies. This is the best one, Coffee. I finally found it at Rasputin's. I pay $8 for it. This is my favorite one. I love all of the Pam Grier starred movies, but this is probably the best one. She's a nurse by day and an avenging angel by night. She discovers her little sister has been doped up and freaked out by a greedy drug pusher. She not only wants to put an end to the miserable days, but vows to follow his trail of corruption to the top. Yeah, it goes all the way up to the top. All the corruption in this. There's a cool revenge scene at the end. It's a really cool movie. Hot as heck. Pam Grier. She was going to be at the Sinister Creature Con this month, but she canceled. I would have gone if she'd been there, but I think a couple of years ago when I had my heart surgery, I missed Fred Williamson was there. But they always have big, I don't know if they're big to normal people, but to me, like a horror movie and B movie stars, they show up a lot at Sinister Creature Con. So that's it for the DVDs. Now it's just VHS trash from here on out. I got a nice big box of Cannonball Run 2. It's been a while since I've seen this one. I think I more saw the first. Oh no, he's running over a Mazda RX-7 with a monster truck. I had a car like that. That's Bigfoot, huh? I think this one has a big, impressive cast too. Richard Kill is in it, of course. It stars Burt Reynolds, Sammy Davis Jr. again is in it. Dom DeLuise is in it again. Jamie Farr, I think he was in the first one. Telly Savalas, Shirley MacLaine, Frank Sinatra's in it. Well, Jackie Chan, Catherine Bach. That was Daisy Duke, right? Susan Anton. Don Knotts. See, I know Andy and Barney have like a cameo in this from Mayberry. Yeah, a race comedy movie across, what do you call it, like a road trip cross-country race comedy. Fun stuff. Here's my favorite Star Trek movie. I don't know if I had it already, but Star Trek 4: The Voyage Home. I don't really hate Star Trek. I like Star Wars better. My wife is a big Star Trekkie. She knows everything about everyone. She goes through every single series all the time. They're constantly on. She knows everything about them. And I like them, but this by far is my favorite. This is more of like kind of a spoof on Star Trek. It's like a time travel movie. It ties in with all the other movies, but it kind of has a unique feel, out of their place type thing. Like they're in the 80s on planet Earth in San Francisco, so it kind of has like comedy elements. It has the Monterey Bay Aquarium as a set in this. So I always think of Star Trek 4 when we go to the Monterey Bay Aquarium. We don't go too much anymore. It's like $70 a head to get in there, but we used to go there all the time. My wife and I and the girls. They say they travel back. This is a time travel movie. They travel back to 1986. Something about saving some whales, and the whales are in the Monterey Bay Aquarium. But yeah, this is my favorite Star Trek movie. And I already had this one, but I found it again. This is a great movie. Peter Hyams, Hanover Street. I've talked about this before with Harrison Ford, Christopher Plummer, Leslie Ann Down. Really good romantic World War II thriller, action, romantic, mostly romantic, but really great movies. Kind of shades of Indiana Jones. This is before Indiana Jones, but a lot of Indiana Jones type elements. Like Harrison Ford is a American pilot, and he kind of goes undercover as a Nazi with Christopher Plummer to go behind lines to get into some archives building. It really has an Indiana Jones type vibe. Kind of the chemistry between Harrison Ford and Christopher Plummer is kind of a little bit similar to well, not really, but kind of reminds me of Sean Connery and Harrison Ford in Last Crusade, but they're like on a little adventure behind enemy lines trying to do this mission, and they're both in love with the same woman and they don't know it. Really a good movie. I think what turned me on to this was John Barry did the soundtrack, my favorite composer. Oh man, I'm so happy I found this. Anytime I find a Don the Dragon Wilson movie on VHS, it's my day. This one's Blood or Manhunt. Blood. This is actually Blood Fist 6 or 7. This is kind of like on the run, like an on the run, everyone's out to get him movie. He meets a mysterious young woman that gets him into some trouble, and he's on the run. I don't remember anyone notable. I know he fights the guy from Paulo Toca, the guy that plays Paco in Bloodsport. He fights him. This is New Horizons. This has got to be a Corman thing. Maybe not. Anyway, I love all the... go check out Physical Media Mac. He just found this one or another one on Laserdisc. I think he's trying to get all the Blood Fists on Laserdisc. You got to seek out all of the Blood Fists and watch them. Like, you just think of those cheesy straight to video things you'd see at the video store. It's not as good as Van Damme. They're all pretty good. They're all different. They're all a different story. They're always Don the Dragon Wilson. He doesn't even play the same character after part 2. It's always a different character. They're not connected, but they're all fun action martial art movies. A lot of fighting, a lot of shooting, a lot of pretty ladies, a lot of good stuff. And then here's another good one. I think it's the only Cannon movie that ever got an Academy Award for anything. I think did Jon Voight get the Academy Award for the Runaway Train? Fantastic movie. A Russian director, Andrei Konchalovsky. I can't pronounce his name. Kind of feels like a Russian movie. It's in the United States, but it's all cold and dreary. It's a prison break movie. Oh, this is such a good movie. Jon Voight and Eric Roberts break out of this prison up north. I don't know if it's in Alaska or somewhere, and northeast. Okay, so it would be on the East Coast. Yeah, so somewhere way up north, and it might be even in Canada. But the Warden Rankin is the guy, that actor that plays him is so good in this. He's just like is bound and determined to catch these guys. Like, he's pretty much just showing up the cops and the FBI trying to find these guys. He's bossing everyone. He's never had anyone break out of his prison, and he's chasing down these guys. They get on this, as circumstances have it, they get on this train, and the conductor, the engineer, has a heart attack and falls off the train. It starts rolling with no one to control it. And Rebecca De Mornay, another Rebecca De Mornay movie. She's pretty young in this. Rebecca De Mornay is a stowaway on that train, so she gets caught up with their escape, and they're on this runaway train. It won't stop, and then it's like a cautionary tale of letting everything, like AI, control everything, or computers, because they have this whole system, this railway system is all controlled with computers, but something's wrong with it, and they can't control it. And this train's just headed for a dead end or a cliff or something. And there's something wrong with the computer system, and they can't control it. But meanwhile, the warden's, he's gonna fly a helicopter to catch these guys. The only thing important to him is not letting these guys escape his prison. Jon Voight's really good in it. Eric Roberts, I think Physical Media Mac was just talking about super underrated actor. Like, this guy's in so many movies I like. Best of the Best. So many, a lot of B movies I like. Okay, and here we got, I had to pick this up, Star Wars. It's kind of sad how I haven't watched Star Wars in a long time. All this new stuff has just kind of turned me off to Star Wars, and I don't even go back and watch the stuff that I actually like, which is sad. Man, this is like a perfect fantasy, fun adventure movie. It just changed everything. It might be my favorite one. I always tell everyone Return of the Jedi is my favorite. I love Empire Strikes Back, of course. Of course, that's probably technically the best one. But I always tell everyone my favorite is Return of the Jedi, just because it has so many animatronics and puppets and so much going on in a speeder bike chase, and it's got the Emperor and Jabba, and but I think this might be my favorite. It's just such it's just a contained movie. Like, it doesn't rely on sequels or prequels or anything. It's just its own story. Like, it could have just started all and ended all with this. It ties up everything at the end. It's just a great movie. Then on to my favorite series. I don't know if I had these. I always pick these up from this James Bond set, because I'm not sure if I have it completed or not, but I have two of my favorites here. Diamonds Are Forever with Sean Connery from 1971. Guy Hamilton directed it, same guy that directed Goldfinger. I don't know, everyone talks crap about this movie, but man, I don't know. Everyone loves James Bond, they love Sean Connery, but then they crap on this movie. Like, I don't know how you can say you're a fan of Sean Connery or James Bond and not like this movie. This movie is super fun. Everyone says Roger Moore's movies are silly. This is the silliest one. The comedy in this, I think it has to do with Tom Mankiewicz, the writer. He did a few of these. Man with a Golden Gun, Live and Let Die, and this, and they're probably the funniest ones. Kind of sort of follows the book, but not really. I didn't realize that until I finally read the novel. I don't think this movie ever takes itself seriously. I can't think of one scene where you're kind of well, I guess there might be a few tense scenes, but usually this movie is just so nonchalant and fun and silly and comedic. Really good action scenes too. It's kind of probably like that. You get that stereotype of Bond just being some suave guy that's never in trouble. It probably stems from this movie. Great Shirley Bassey, John Barry composed title song. The soundtrack of this is fantastic. I probably listen to this soundtrack more than any other Bond movie. Oh, look at this. We got James Bond with Jill St. John on that aquarium bed. Oh, and you got the two gay assassins, Mr. Kidd and Mr. Wynn. They're two of my favorite henchmen. And then this is a misprint right here. There's a scene from Thunderball in there. There's Claudia Ageau and what's her name? Paluzzi, Luciana. Yeah, that's a scene from Thunderball right there. Anyway, and then this one of my other all-time favorites, probably the first one I saw when I was a kid. I would check this out at the library and watch it over and over and over. We'd take it back and then I'd check it out again. The Spy Who Loved Me from 1977. Hot take, 1977. Which one's better? It's this one, baby. Yeah. Roger Moore at his best as Bond. One of the best Bond movies. I don't think many people would argue with that. Really fantastic, over-the-top plot, but sort of takes itself seriously. But there's comedy, there's humor. You get to see Roger Moore's some serious acting. You get to see some action. Kurt Jurgens is a good villain in this. Richard Kiel, one of my favorite henchmen, the guy with the metal teeth, the 7-foot guy with metal teeth. Only Bond actor I actually met. I met him right before he passed away. My daughter's been a fan of Charlotte Webb, the new movie. I think it's a live-action, computer-generated one. So I wanted to show her this one. This is the one we used to watch. This seemed like everyone watched this when they were a kid, when they were my age. It was always on TV, and even my teachers at school would play it if it was like the last day of school, or like it was rainy. Like, it seemed like we'd always be watching Charlotte's Web. Yeah, okay, and that's it. The rest of them I found in the free bin in front of Rasputin's. True Lies, very James Bond-esque Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. A lot of comedy too. So if you like this, you might like Diamonds Are Forever. This is what's his name, Cameron, right? Yeah, James Cameron, director of Terminator and the blue avatars and all that in the Abyss and Titanic. Really fun movie. This is probably Arnold's last really great movie, right? Did he do another good one? Really good one after this? Or this is it? Let me know. Harry, Mary, Mr. Potter. It's a Wonderful Life. My wife hates this movie. How can you hate this movie? What a Grinch. She likes the Grinch though. The good old James Stewart in this Christmas movie. Kind of reminds me of what do you call it? The Scrooge. I guess it's not the same story, but he kind of goes over his life and sees goes through to the past and gets an epiphany. Yeah. And then this thing I just picked up, it was free, Behind the Scenes with Thunderball. I probably know everything on this video, but I had to get Behind the Scenes with Thunderball. Probably all those wonderful underwater fight sequences we'll learn about. And then looky here, free Lethal Weapon. I always love this cover with the gray and the red font, the black and white picture. That's really cool looking. I have to go back and watch these. I haven't watched this series in a while. I should go do a marathon of it. I saw the last couple at the theater actually. Okay, when they were out. Now, oh, why is it so hot? It's October and I'm roasting out here. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed that. Thanks again, Tiburone, for the wonderful package. It's very important to me. And thanks for the Fatal Fury 2. I got a package coming your way. I'll try to send it to you before our big meetup in December. We got a wonderful meetup coming up in December at the SAC Gamers Expo. Sacramento, that is. Dad Level Podcast is coming down. Omega Ace is going to be there. Luckily, El Tiburon will be there. I haven't talked to some of the others. I don't know if Mr. Matthews or Linda. I know Linda's just went through a big move. Let's see. We'll try to get Yasuke. Who else? If you want to go, let me know. We can all meet up if anyone's around here, around Sacramento. Or you can fly over. I'm not paying for your ticket, but you can fly over and I'll buy you lunch. Okay. Good talking to everyone. I'll try to make another video soon. I'll be doing my NES video soon. That's the project I'm working on now. I have some help, a collaboration with a bunch of other YouTubers. Little fun video I'm making, NES theme. So I'll have that out pretty soon. I was supposed to start it a while ago, but I was kind of waiting on some videos. Okay then. I'll see you guys.